My name is Sam Goldstein. I'm a director of engineering at GitLab. Team at GitLab has just recently shipped version 13.9. I'm here today to summarize some of the retrospective learnings and findings and lessons from that milestone. Here's what I'm going to go through. I'm going to talk a little bit about praise for the team. I'm going to talk about some themes around what went well, some themes around what went wrong, and some themes around what we can improve. Then I hope you will join me for the discussion tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. We'll be discussing some of these themes in a synchronous meeting. Praise, there's a lot of praise. It's hard to summarize it, except for just that there's a lot. And I think if you go through here, you see results, you see people helping each other. And it's something that I think is really important at GitLab, and definitely try to continue to emphasize more ways that we can praise and thank people for their contributions. What went well this milestone? It's interesting, if you look at the notes that all of the teams contributed from their own team level retrospectives, we see a theme, I guess, just in the outline, where there's a ton of examples of great collaboration. There's a ton of examples of results. On the other values, we don't see quite as many this month. I'm not sure exactly why that is. It's one of the potential topics for discussion tomorrow. But I guess for now, we'll just kind of chalk it off to we're seeing more in collaboration and results. And when you look into that, you see collaboration between front end and back end engineers. You see people mentioning collaboration between product managers and UXers and SETs and development engineers. So definitely something that there's good examples of, and it's important to our continued progress. A lot of results too, and a lot of that is about shipping new features. So Kubernetes agent shipped, Editor Lite, which is a big improvement to our front-end editing experience within the GitLab UI, DB migration testing, much more. So I'd encourage you to read through the list and release notes. What went wrong this milestone? I thought one theme that was interesting to pull out of here is in the efficiency section of the notes. You can read the full agenda that's linked there in the slides. There's a theme around testing. You see multiple teams from multiple parts of the organization highlighting areas where the need to test specific edge cases or environments is challenging, and making them, look at ways that they can improve efficiency. One other theme that I thought was worth calling out is some teams reminding us that we're friends and family first. It's important to take time off, that's encouraged. I think there's certain areas where there's been some big pushes and people have put in some extra hours. And so it's important to remind that. And I know some groups are kind of navigating that now. How can we improve? Here, I just kind of wanted to pull out a few key items. There's lots of great suggestions and ideas that teams are trying in here, so I'd encourage you to read through the entire doc. But definitely see some teams improving runbooks and their operational practices. You see a lot of growth here at GitLab. So, as that scale continues to increase, we see teams having to respond to that and kind of up level some of those practices. See teams doing experiments with doing weekly retros. One of the suggestions around how can we improve engagement in this retro process is that it's hard to remember sometimes what happened 3-4 weeks ago. So being able to do that throughout the month can make it a little easier to extract those lessons and learnings. There's some teams that are collecting helpful tips for ways to get MRs merged more quickly. So kind of goes to our efficiency and iteration value of how do we keep that wheel spinning as quickly and efficiently as possible. So some really good suggestions there, and always looking for more ideas on how to improve. So thank you for listening to my summary. I hope you'll join me for that discussion tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. It'll be live streamed on YouTube and available through Zoom for team members. And in terms of what we'll be discussing, we're going to be picking out a couple topics kind of based on the themes and lessons and learnings. And so this is the proposal here. There's a link where you can click through and vote on which topics you would like to discuss. And we'll be discussing the top two. Automated testing is one that highlighted in the summary here. There's a topic that was suggested about our design system and some of the cases that are kind of difficult to cover there. And then the topic of collaboration and results, and how we're seeing that lots going well there and less examples other places. I thought it'd be interesting to pose that question to the team. So hope to see you there. Here's a few helpful links to the retrospective issue. The document, which is the agenda, has the full content. And then you can always click through, rate the meeting. Love that feedback. So thank you very much. Hope to see you tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your day.